Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our session 3 of our Integrated Corridor Management Peer Exchange Workshop. Um, Hopefully you were all able to join us for our first 2 sessions where we had presentations from our peer groups. Today it's going to be more of an open format, a lot more conversations involved, and we are looking forward to all of you participating with us. We have a few rules of engagement instructions to help us get going. Today's session is actually in WebEx meetings versus WebEx events for the first few, so you will be able to control your own mute button, but we do ask that you keep yourself on mute if you are not actively speaking. This will help cut down on background noise and any other distractions that might get picked up by your microphone. If you have questions or comments when we are doing our small group breakouts or our large group discussions, feel free to unmute yourself and just speak up, or you can use the chat panel. Your controls will all be at the bottom of your screen. There will be a mute button that'll control your microphone, and then you should be able to open both a participant panel and a chat panel at the lower right-hand side of your screen. If you have some audio issues today, you can always switch your audio to your phone instead of through your computer. If you go to the bottom of your screen again, there will be 3 dots at the bottom. You can click on that, select switch audio, and then select call in or call me at to link up to the WebEx via phone. Today's agenda, we will be featuring a bit of FHWA resources presented by Neil Spiller with FHWA. We will have a panel discussion of some of our presenters from our first 2 sessions. We will also be having breakout group discussions in small segments, and then followed up with a large group activity and discussion that will be facilitated for us. We are going to be recording both the panel discussion and the large group activities for future use and review, but the small group breakout discussions will not be recorded as we are unable to do that in WebEx. So with that, Neil Fobian or John Marked, if you would like to say anything else.
Go ahead, John.
This is John Mart. So I guess I was just going to say that, again, we really hope that this particular session as part of the peer exchange, that we can take a lot of what we learned in the first couple of sessions and really get your guys' feedback here. We will kind of start with a couple of speakers, but then we're definitely going to get into the back and forth conversations. So appreciate everybody's time taking part in the last 2 sessions, and we are going to move over and look at doing an ICM panel discussion. So I will be asking some questions. I know we have some representatives on from our presenters before the different state and regional deployments, and so I want to welcome back Mark Sommerhauser and Derek Arnson from ADOT, Mark Sommerhauser from KC Scout, Brad Fries from Tennessee DOT, and also Brian Carey from MnDOT. And so I'm going to share something real quick just to kind of give our audience some perspective. This is the Integrated Corridor Management Capability Maturity Matrix. Model, sorry, but it's kind of a matrix here. And so a lot of the questions that I'm going to draw from at this time are going to be based on these kind of ideas of institutional integration, which is cooperation and funding, and then this idea of technical integration, which we're seeing here is travel information and data being fused together. And then operational integration, which is the performance measures and then the decision support. So you can see here that if you were to read the left side, that would be pretty indicative of transportation being managed by separate entities, the Iowa DOT managing their system, cities managing their system, transit provider managing their own system, and then, again, others along the way. And so as we start to look at kind of what we heard from all of these presenters, while there's a lot of different takes on ICM, these kind of areas they end up popping up. These areas of capability pop up, when you're considering ICM. And so I'll just be asking kind of some questions in these different categories, and then whoever from our panelists, you are welcome to hop in and give your response. If it's a little quiet trying to decide who goes first, I'll pick on an agency. So the first question I'm going to ask today is about interagency cooperation. So the question we really want to get at is, what is your regular schedule for interagency coordination and collaboration as part of your ICM efforts? So panelists, who would like to chime in on that one?
Hey, can you hear me? This is Brad from Tennessee DOT.
Yeah, you're a little quiet, Brad, but I can hear you.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
I'll try to talk loud. We are, we're in the going through the different levels of deployment of ICM in Tennessee. Breaking it up into 3 phases that kind of meets with our level of maturity in the present. So our agency collaboration occurs monthly currently. We have monthly, we have assembled a technical advisory committee